Where's the best spot to do a flip? What is going on, guys? I am Samuel and welcome back to Louisiana. Hopefully the day you're watching this, it is the day after July 4th. That would mean I got my video done on time. But right now, it is actually 2 days before July 4th. So today, I've got a tall order. I've got to decorate my bicycle for July 4th, get it ready for a bike parade that my bike's gonna be in. Gotta figure out what I'm even gonna do to my bike to make it just patriotic. Let's get started on that, see what kind of preparations we can do. For the first step, I do need my bike, so let's pull it out of the garage. How about this one right here? We've got a problem. It needs a little air pressure in the tires. They've gotten a little soft. So we gotta pump this thing up. I haven't really ridden this bike since this last race. I've been all in either riding BMX or full suspension. So it's kind of dirty. Ew, look at all this. So I gotta give this thing a little bit of a bath before we decorate it. It's gonna look dirty, decorated, and that's not a good look. Spray a little cleaner and then give the bike a few swipes and she'll be looking way better. So the bike is actually clean and glistening now, which means we can move on to the fun part and get this thing decorated. We've definitely gotta hit the wheels. We gotta put some stuff all down the frame, make this thing look festive. Now that we're all set to decorate, I've got scissors, I've got tape, and I've got lots of crepe paper, and this is gonna be the main stuff. What I really wanna do is get this wrapped all through my wheels. Hey, actually, I bet I could take my wheels off, make it a lot easier to put it on, because see, my concern is if I try to take this whole roll and try to weave it through here, it's not really gonna fit through the spokes. I'm gonna do this first. I think it's gonna be the hardest and slowest thing, and if I can get these wheels wrapped up, red, white, and blue, we'll be on track to looking incredible. Let's get that started. No, I thought this was a quick release axle. I've got to get an Allen key to get this wheel off. Why don't all axles have quick releases? I don't actually know what size Allen key this axle is. I'm hoping it's an 8mm. Let's try that. Okay, 8mm does not fit. Let's go try, is it a 6? Maybe it's a 6. I don't know. Oh, it is in fact a 6. She's tight. Yes! We're set. Now, I've got to find the best way to wrap this all around this tire. So let's go ahead and tear into it. All right, this is the stuff we need. Ooh, what's the best way to do this? Oh, yeah, look at that. I'm just gonna go through and start weaving and see what happens. Oh, I need to make a little loop to kind of get it started. Okay, we've got one ring done. Now I need to keep going out and make this thing bigger and all red, white, and blue. I think this is gonna be a good start. It should work. I'm hoping it doesn't kind of get caught in stuff. I think this is gonna be the recipe for success. White is up next. We gotta tear into this. Oh my. There we go. All right, this is starting to look pretty dialed. The only thing that might not be great is having to take all this stuff off later, but we'll worry about that when we get there. Now, blue. We've had a change of plans. I was getting way too toasty outside, so we've brought the wheel inside, and I'm gonna finish up this pattern, and then we're gonna do the rest of the bike. I might change some stuff on the rear wheel, but I got the front one done. I think once I get my front wheel done, I'm gonna be really motivated to get the rest of the bike done. So let's get to decorating. Woo! What's my pattern here? We need red next. Let's see if we can go through this fast. She's done. Look at that wheel. I think that's pretty awesome. On to number 2. This might be the new trend in mountain biking. Put your favorite colors on your tires. We've come onto the rear wheel and we have a problem here. On my front wheel, I only had a brake caliper on one side, so I put all the ribbons on the other side and they wouldn't touch anything. But on the rear wheel, I've got a cassette on this side and I've got a disc brake on this side, and I don't want paper getting in the disc brake. So I can only put paper like this much in. I'm gonna have a little bit less colors, which is gonna save me a little time, so it's not horrible, but it's not gonna be quite as colorful as the front wheel. Let's get this crepe paper, match it onto this wheel. Oh yeah, look at that. We got a rear wheel done. We're 2 for 2. Now it's on to the rest of the bike. This is gonna be the actually fun part, and it should look awesome with these wheels. I potentially got the only set of E13 ramps that are red, white, and blue in the world. Now we get to see this on the back, both wheels done. I think it's gonna look incredible. Guys, this thing looks so good. Check out the bike. We've got fully on red, white, and blue wheels. And now it's time to move on to the rest of the bike. I've got some tinsel, I've got some little tiny flags, and we've got to slap all those onto this frame, onto the bars maybe. I'm not even sure what our possibilities are. I really want to put this tinsel on the handlebars, but I think it's gonna look better if I have it on the frame, because I've got just more room on the frame. Obviously there's more of it. But if I've got any left, that's gonna go on the bars. I've got a little flag we can put on the seat post and stuff. So we're gonna really deck this thing out to match those wheels, because those turned out A1. I'm not really sure what the best way to secure this is. I could do it with tape, I could do it with zip ties. I think we're gonna try tape first and just go on the little ends of it and see how that does. Back out with the roll of tape. Before we go on and get tinsel all over the bike, I'm gonna go ahead and put this little flag on. I think the flag will sit perfectly right there and not get in the way of anything. I've got some masking tape that should do the job. Let's just tear a little strip and see if this is gonna hold my flag on. This is a very improvised flagpole, but look at that. She's gonna work perfectly. That is locked on there. Now I can actually use some tinsel to kind of wrap up and hide all that. This is gonna be so good. Oh. I thought I could clamp this in the seat clamp, but it still kind of slides out, so we've got to actually pull tape out. One little strip of scotch, and that should hold it on, I'm hoping. Oh yeah, that's got her nailed down. Now we can go on and wrap this whole thing up. This is gonna look so good. Wow, tip to tail tinsel on the commensal. Wow, and it rhymes, that's the best. We've got to move on. I've got a whole lot of frame down here. I've got some handlebars. What else can we put on the bike? What if we do red, white, and blue down this? Or just kind of either side? My current vision for the down tube is we're gonna have red, white, and blue crepe paper. We're gonna do one side, one color, the top, another color, and the other side, the third color. So depending on your perspective, you're gonna get the full red, white, and blue. I think that's gonna be the best. Let's try it out. Let's do some white here. Oh, no. What if we do white on top? We'll do red on one side and then blue on the other side. Yes, that's gonna be it. I just gotta cut it the right length. Bring more scotch. Snip. Oh, yes. Wow, that's working so well. Blue on this side. Now it's time for a little white on top. I think our white on top can go right from here down to the bottle cage. I've actually got a little plan for the bottle cage. It's gonna be utilized for more stuff. I don't think we need anything down here because you just really don't see it on the bike. So look how good that thing looks. Oh my goodness gracious. This little bit is completed. Red on one side, blue on the other, white on top. I don't know what else I can do. This thing's already looking pretty incredible. Look at this bike. That is pure 4th of July ride right there. This is decorations on point. So now we're making a quick trip to the store to see if we can get more tinsel for my bars. It is July 2nd, so is there gonna be much tinsel left? I don't know. Hopefully there is though, and we can finish this bike off. Well, as I was afraid, shopping for red, white, and blue tinsel on July 2nd is the wrong day. There was none in town. So my bike is gonna be completed as it is, and I think it looks pretty incredible. Let's give a whole little tour. We've got a flag on the back. We've got tinsel on the top. We've got some little streamers coming off these handlebars. We have some red, white, and blue crepe paper all around the frames, all in the wheels. This bike is tip to tail red, white, and blue. I think it looks so festive. This is probably the best bike I've ever decorated. While I might have failed to get my bars decorated, that's okay. Let's go see how my mom's coming, because she's doing some preparations also. I think she's whipping out something pretty fun to eat. Here are red, white, and blue pretzel rods. These look so festive and fun. Can I have one? And we have permission to eat one. Let's give it a test. The pretzel rod process is pretty cool. They get drizzled with their white icing and then they get their sprinkles applied on top. Look at this 4th of July chefing. Look at that sprinkle process. This is awesome. It's so festive. Now, since my bike is gonna be a parade, you just can't have a good parade vehicle without having parade throws. So my little parade throws are gonna go in this basket and it's gonna sit on my bars like this. So this is gonna be my actually completed vehicle. Let's take a second to look at this thing and we're gonna give it a little lap around, make sure it still pedals. I am a little concerned with all this stuff back here. It kind of rubs the derailleur, but I think we'll be okay and we should be 100% functioning. This is a blast. Every bike should be like this. And I forgot the #1 thing about this bike. It's a secret. This right here. We're gonna install this exactly in my bottle cage. Perfect fit, and check that out. 4th of July tunes on the parade bicycle. This is gonna be the best ride ever. Wow, and now I get to be the obnoxious person blasting my music on the trail, but I don't think it'll be so obnoxious today. That is gonna be the end of today. I got all my decorations done for my bike. I had so much fun doing that, and it's the most all out I've ever gone. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing that. I hope you got inspired for your next time decorating your bike. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe to my channel, share this video with your grandmother, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.